Welcome to this episode. This is Dr. Shalua, your host, and I'm so excited that you're here. And today we're going to be discussing about factors that are responsible for killing our dreams. What are the dream killers? Everybody has a dream, and very few people get their dreams realized. You randomly go into the streets and interview people, ask them about their dreams. I believe most of them, they will tell you, I wanted to do this, but I'm still thinking. I don't know what happened, or this is what I wish to become, or this is what I want to accomplish. I wanted to accomplish, but I don't know what has happened. So, in this podcast today, we're gonna quickly jump into the surface. It's so deep, but we'll just do the surface of what are the main factors responsible for killing our dreams. There are three things. Factor number one is negativity. When we are so pessimistic and our world outlook is that nothing good is going to come out of it, we are just too careful. To be negative is not bad. We need to be negative and we need to think positively, but there has to be a balance. If positive takes us forward and negative takes us backwards, if we balance negative and positive, we're going to have inertia. We won't be going anywhere. If there is too much negativity and there is very little thinking forward and positivity, we're going to be going backwards. But if we are very positive, very optimistic about our dreams, and we are cautious, we are negative about what are the bad things that can happen, but that does not override. So you have a small little percentage of being careful, which is very important, but you're having a big chunk of being positive. You're going to be moving forward. You'll find yourself moving forward. Negativity is when our outlook of life is very pessimistic. We do not think that something positive is going to come out of it. We're always too careful. We always think that bad thing is going to happen. You know, if it's a business, it's going to fail. If it is a marriage, it's not going to work out. If you're dreaming to become, a champion on something, you think it's not going to happen. Somebody's going to beat you. Somebody's going to be better than you. Oh no, I'm not going to pass this class, I'm going to fail. Oh no, I'm not going to achieve this degree. It's impossible. Nobody did that. Only 50 people out of 52 graduated. So if 50 out of 52 graduated, that's a lot. And every time you put yourself in a percentage of those who didn't make it, instead of seeing yourself amongst the few who made it, you're a pessimist and you're very negative. And if you examine your life, very few things you have achieved, very few things. You have accomplished very few things. Compare to those who are very positive, because you don't try that much. You're afraid. you're negative. Probably you had a bad experience and you didn't learn from that experience. You think that you are a failure. Probably you just failed, but that doesn't make you a failure. Every champion, when you ask them, they will tell you how many times they flunked, how many times they failed. So many times. To become a champion, it means you failed so many times. They tried so many times. And then the percentage of winning becomes more than the percentage of losing. That's why they become champions. Number 2, fear. Factor number 2, which is going to actually kill your dream, is fear. Fear will paralyze you because you're afraid to fail. And just the thought of failing, it makes you not move. It's kind of like tied to negativity. But there is that fear that the dream that you're dreaming, what if it becomes very successful and it overgrows you and you become a nobody? It is your dream and it has become so successful and it has overgrown you. And you look at this big baby, which is your baby, and it has grown up to become so big, and you become intimidated by your own dream. 2 kinds of fear. There is the positive fear that it grows and it overgrows and it outgrows you and you become intimidated. And there is another fear which you're afraid that it's not going to get successful, that you're going to fail and everybody is going to laugh at you. Oh yeah, we knew he's not going to get anywhere. The best way of silencing your critics is to become very successful. And how do we become very successful? We fail so many times. They will come, they will laugh at you, and inside you, that should motivate you because you have somebody to prove wrong, you know? And when you become successful, guess who is going to come and celebrate? Who is going to come and say, wow, it is your critics. Those are the people who are motivating you. You should learn to take criticism in a positive way. They are propelling you to become a winner and to win big time. So I want to encourage you, if there is nothing to motivate you, let your critics motivate you in a negative way. Prove them wrong. They say, oh, we know she doesn't accomplish anything. Even this one is going to fail. You tell them, watch me. Yes, you will fail the first time and the second time and the third time. They will say, we told you. But deep in you, you know you're going to prove them wrong. That by itself can be a very good motivation to make you win and win big time. Realize your vision. Number 3, analysis. And we normally call that paralysis by analysis. You analyze things too much that you don't even make a step. You find yourself going into a rabbit hole. You're over-researching things. You're over-analyzing things. You know, I don't know if you're a melancholy type. You know, these are people who analyze things so deep and they get lost into their analysis. Where do you stop and say, you know what? I have enough information now. I'm ready to get started. I've collected enough research. I've collected enough facts and information. This is enough to get me started, at least with baby steps. There are times we overanalyze things, we overstudy things, and that by itself paralyzes the little spark that you had in you, which gave you the passion to get started. So I want to encourage you, don't overanalyze things. I don't say don't analyze things. Analyze them up to a certain level where you're comfortable, you're confident that you can make those, steps, established, informed steps. But if you over analyze things, you're not going to make those steps. Every step you want to make, you will go deep into all the nitty-gritties. Certain things, you will solve them. One of the wisdom which my dad gave me when he was still alive was that certain bridges, you will cross them when you get there. You don't need to analyze all your journey. You don't wait up till all the traffic lights are green for you to start your journey. No, just get started. This one will be green, and then another one will be red. We will wait, and we will cross that one, and another one will be green. We will go. Don't worry about the traffic lights which are down the road. Start with what you have now. If you can analyze, and if you can observe, and you can research what is immediately in front of you for you to make that first step, just do that. Then second step, then third step. Grow as you're going. Make those baby steps. Even if you fall, it's okay. It's one step. You will wake up, you will arise, dust yourself, and continue. And that's how life is. Everybody who has accomplished big dreams, it doesn't mean that they did not meet obstacles. Obstacles were there, but they learned. I'm not going to worry about the obstacles which are in the third or in the fourth level. I will worry about what is imminent now. I will think generally about the future, but I will work my today. That's the principle. Over-analysis has killed so many dreams. So number one, we said negativity. Number two, we said fear. Number three, we said over-analysis. And there are also people, we call them dream killers. Sometimes we overshare the dreams and visions that we have. So be careful. Do not really share your dreams with everybody. You just tell everybody about what you're planning. Not everybody has good intentions. Not everybody is happy about your idea. There are people who are rival. You need to know what's a good timing to share what you're planning to do. Sometimes we prematurely go out there and we share our mind. And that attracts a lot of negativity. You attract a lot of obstacles unnecessarily. There are certain things you have to learn to put them in your heart. You consult with those people who can add value to your dream. You don't just tell people for the sake of telling people. And there are those guys, you tell them about your dreams. They are anointed to make sure that that dream, they're going to talk you out of your dream. We call them dream killers. They will call you to make sure that you do not do any step that you're planning to do. You need to be careful. If you have to share your vision, share that vision with people who you know they're going to take you to the next step. They are knowledgeable enough. They've gone through something or a process like that. They will guide you. They will hold you by the hand. They will support you. Those are the kinds of people we share about our dreams. But if you just share your dream with people who, they have never achieved anything in their life, they are so pessimistic, they are so fearful, they are too analytical, what happens? You share your dream with them. They will shoot down your dreams left and right. And they won't even give you the alternatives. They will say, oh, I know somebody who started something exactly like that. And guess what? He didn't get that far. Oh, I know some girl who started a business. She had an idea exactly like yours. Guess what? She didn't get anywhere. We call those guys dream killers. We don't share our ideas with them. Sometimes even a fool, when he keeps quiet, he's counted wise. Remember that wisdom. There are certain things is only for you. The time to go public is the time when everything is in place, you are successful. That is when the world discovers you. There are times of obscurity where you are working out your dream. It's the time from the time of inception all the way until when the baby is born. That's when we attract people, we bring people to come and celebrate the birth. But many a times, even myself, I start celebrating only the dream. I'm so consumed with the dream, and I already start living the reality of that dream, and I overshare that dream. And guess what? I attract a lot of obstacles. A lot of obstacles. I don't want you to do that. Learn to keep the dream close to your heart. Make sure that if you're giving it away, it has to go and add value. To who are you sharing your dream? That's very important. Thank you so very much. Let me know what you think about dreams. I have so many stories about I dreamt, I shared, and somebody talked me out of my dream. And then after a few months, I saw somebody did exactly what I wanted to do. And I'm like, why did I share this dream with this? Probably it could have been better for me to just go ahead, headlogs, and execute what I had in my mind, and share when I have already executed it. It has happened to me so many times, and I'm telling you from my personal experience. These days, if I have a dream, I only share with people who I know they're going to add value, because I've shared my dreams with a lot of people who shot my dream down, and I trusted them. And after a few months or few years, I realized somebody doing exactly what I wanted to do, and they're successful. So painful. I was like, oh, I wish I had not shared my dream. So don't overshare your vision and your dream. Okay? Have a good day, and I hope you have enjoyed this podcast. Thank you so very much.